Thanks, Allan. Hi, this is David Brower with a special two-part podcast that every veteran and everybody who knows a veteran should listen to. It's about a program that is absolutely free to vets, and it will change their lives. I know, because it changed mine forever. Trevor Dann from the BBC takes you inside one of the retreats for Songwriting with Soldiers. This retreat was September 15th through 17th of last year at the Carey Institute in Renslerville, New York.
Upstate New York in the fall has a claim to be one of the most beautiful places in the world. The trees around me are every shade of gold and purple and brown. There are deer running around and squirrels and wild turkey. There's a pungent aroma of pine and wild thyme. But the most important sense today is hearing, because this is the venue for the latest retreat organised by Songwriting with Soldiers.
Something ain't right when a kid's 19 and he can't sleep at night because of things he's seen that day. When chaos is your comfort zone, when you're in a crowd but you're all alone, and you always need an exit sign in sight, something ain't right, something ain't right.
In this programme you'll hear professional songwriters working with military veterans, men and women. Some have physical disabilities, others are suffering from the less visible effects of combat trauma in the killing fields of Iraq, Afghanistan, even Vietnam. Country singer-songwriter Darden Smith.
Well, I met some soldiers. I met a guy in Germany. It was the first time I'd ever spoken with a soldier, and I thought I had nothing in common with him and the people he's around. And I'd been looking for a way to write a song about this experience of meeting soldiers and having something in common with them where I thought I didn't. And I heard the word Angel Flight, and it's a great song title. and so I said, what's an angel flight? And they said, an angel flight's when a soldier dies, they fly his body home. And I was like, okay, there's our song. And the National Guard commissioned me to write Angel Flight.
Fly that plane, call the Angel Flight. Come on, brother, you're with me tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the Angel Flight, come on, brother, taking you home.
And I was in Nashville trying to finish the song, staying at Radney Foster's house. And Radney walked into the studio just to pick something up, and I said, please sit down and help me finish this song. Radney put it on his record and made a video, it went viral, and got a couple million hits on it within a pretty short period of time. And through that, we started getting letters and emails from around the world from people, largely in the military community, about the song and what it meant to them.
Some give a little, but he gave all. Fly that plane, call the Angel Flight. Come on, brother, you're with me tonight.
And that was where I saw this opportunity to write songs with soldiers, take what I do and write them. In that experience of working with the soldiers, taking their stories and putting them into songs, is the genesis of Songwriting with Soldiers.
Home, come on, brother, I'm taking you home.
I mean, my goal is for the soldiers sitting across from me to see me seeing them, and then listening to them enough to take their words, synthesize them into a song, and sing it back to them. Hey, everybody!
Hey, everybody!
So I'm Darden Smith. I'm a creative director of this whole thing, and it is a joy to be here with you guys to write these songs. I know it might seem kind of weird, like how is this all going to work? You don't have to be a songwriter, you don't have to be a poet, all you have to do is be yourself. What we do as writers is we bring ourselves to it. We got skills in writing songs. Thank goodness, because I don't know what we'd do if we couldn't do that. Anyway, okay, you don't have to pretend, you don't have to, think about, oh my God, what am I going to write about? The song will happen. We're not a religious organization, we're not political, we're not military. You look at me, you can tell I'm not a vet, It's just like, we are who we are. We have some special guests. My friend Trevor Dann is here from the BBC. in London. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Enough, please. So, Trevor might want to come up and talk to you about, what you're doing here and just stuff like that. But if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk to him. Many times I see Trevor and I don't talk to him.
Josh, tell me about 422 and your colossal journey.
I rode my power wheelchair 422 miles from Angola, Indiana, back to Buffalo, New York. The numbers represent the approximate number of veteran suicides a day here in the United States, and so it was basically 422 miles for the 22 that are taking their own lives every day.
Now, songwriting with soldiers, it's become a passion for you, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you tell me about your first experience when you got involved with it?
Shortly before attending my first retreat here in October of 2015, I had attempted suicide, and I was getting ready to make another attempt, and my wife Lisa found Songwriting with Soldiers doing some searching on the internet and contacted them. They were able to get us in, and I kind of told myself that I would wait on the second attempt until I would give it one more shot, and came here, and I was paired up with Mary Gaucher, and writing my song with Mary kind of just gave me a new perspective, I guess is the simplest way to say it, and just that one small encounter with her changed everything for me.
You were my brother, you were more than my friend. You were family to me right up to the end. But you're still with me now, I feel you, brother, I know. You're pushing me forward, and you'll never let go. I shouldn't be here, you shouldn't be gone.
I attended the retreat, and it was the Tuesday before Thanksgiving here in November, just about a month later. I got an email from Mary saying, hey, would you be interested in playing at the Opry with me? They invited me, and I told them about our song, and it kind of reaffirmed my new outlook and new perspective. Was after playing there, having so many people come up to me and talk to me about the song and how it reached them. And I had one lady tell me that she hasn't been able to show any emotion in years and years, and she said she was able to cry for the first time and thanked me, and I was really taken back because I was apprehensive about people even hearing it.
Oh, I sit in my room and I close my eyes. Yeah, me and my guardian angel, we're still on the rise.
Lisa, it sounds to me, I don't want to be too soppy about this, but it sounds to me as though this program has helped you get him back.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he was lost forever, and he's back.
My name is Perry Holmes. I come from a musical family, so before and after the military, music has always been a big part of my life, and my mom actually found this program, and she was very adamant about me showing up to the program and participating, so that's how I ended up here.
I expected that, because there were so many acoustic guitars, that this would be a folk event or a sort of alt country event. Now that's not your background, is it? You're from the family of the Detroit Spinners, and who is it? Your godmother?
Well, my grandfather was Purvis Jackson, the bass singer for the Detroit Spinners, my mother's father. Yeah. So, my godmother. My godmother's Martha Reeves. Yes. I was just at her birthday party, actually, in Detroit, about 2 months ago.
You are allowed to name drop.
I know it could kind of be obnoxious.
So what kind of song did you end up singing here?
I wrote a song about a friend of mine that I lost while I was deployed. I was a combat medic, so I was the guy that looked out for the guys that work with explosives. I was like the first responder there with them in case something happened, and I had a buddy of mine that lost his life to an explosion, and it's really affected my life a lot, just that whole experience. And so it only seemed right for, me to kind of talk about that in my song. It was really cathartic for me.
My buddy wrote a goodbye letter home from the FOB McHenry Danger Zone. It said, if you're reading this, I'm not gonna make it back to you. hope you know you gave me a good life. I am always grateful you're my wife. Oh, I hate to make you cry and that I have to say goodbye so soon. Well, I'm not saying that writing that letter was wrong, but getting home is what I'm betting on. I'm no stranger.
They say that it's cathartic. I'm still not quite sure why. What are you any closer to knowing what's the difference between, you know, writing a song about it and just talking about it?
Well, I think music in general, it allows you an opportunity to be heard in a different way than when you're just speaking. I think it allows the person who's come up with the song and the music to feel heard in a way that is very lasting and that they probably wouldn't, you know, feel heard if they weren't, you know, putting what they've been through into music.
Always high speed, always tracking in the black of the Iraqi countryside. Now I'm standing in formation in a pine box salute, and the sunshine never felt so cold.
My experience being a soldier who was diagnosed with PTSD and coming out of the military is that there are a lot of soldiers that don't have wounds that you can see, that are dealing with some very, very serious issues, and people look at them and they only see able-bodied men and women and they think, you know, okay, these people are fine, they should be doing this or they should be doing that, and they don't realize the trauma that these people have been through.
Long enough to tell you later, I'm never gonna write that letter, never.
That's the California-based singer-songwriter Maya Sharp with the song she's been writing this morning with Perry.
That's part one of Songwriting with Soldiers with Trevor Dann from the BBC. Be sure to listen for part two, as you'll hear the exact process that songwriters and vets use to come up with life-changing songs.
Your 20-minute podcast with David Brower has been brought to you by Audible. You can listen to any of David's podcasts anywhere podcasts can be found, including iHeartRadio, the Spotify mobile app, and at davidbrowervo.com/your20-minute podcast. Until next time, thanks for listening.